guys, it's Mandy from MandyleePlays, and Nintendo did something this morning. They shadow dropped a Nintendo Direct Mini, which it was like 30 minutes long. I don't think that was mini for anybody. But again, with all this stuff going on in the background, they just shadow dropped it. I would have liked a little heads up so I could stream my reaction, but it is what it is. There's nothing I could do about it, but I still have some thoughts I would like to share with you guys about it. So let's go. So all these thoughts are my own, but I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. So let's first start with the major one, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition. Holy moly, that game looks beautiful. Anybody who says it's just a port either is living in denial or cannot see right, because that is not just a port. It is a very good looking remaster. Like, I had the 3DS version, and looking at that and looking at what we have, it is not a port. Thank goodness, because the 3DS version looks like garbage. So I'm so happy I get to experience the game in its full glory. Touched up, the character models are redone. There's a lot put into it that is just not a port. It just can't be a port. That's fact. And I just can't wait. Now, I haven't played much of Xenoblade Chronicles. Like I said, I had it for the 3DS. I still have it, actually. And I didn't get very far because it really looked ugly. Not gonna lie. I don't mean to be shallow. The gameplay was okay, but it looked really janky, and I didn't really like it. So I put it down in hopes that there might be one for the Switch, and lo and behold, there is one for the Switch, and then some, because it's a remastered version. So I am so excited for that. Like, you don't even know. I love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I haven't played X. I mean, I played a little, but not to say I have. But I love the Xenoblade Chronicles games. I just can't wait for what else Monolith Soft has in store for us, because holy moly, if that's just a remake, I want to see the next entry into their franchise, because I'm just so excited and I just can't hide it. I'll probably edit that out. I am hype AF. And then we got something very interesting. I'm excited for it, and that is the BioShock collection is coming to the Switch, which I am happy. I have the BioShock collection for the PlayStation 4. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get the Switch edition because, like I said, I have my PlayStation 4, but who knows. Anyways, that game is amazing. 10 out of 10. That is one of the only first-person shooters I really like, that and Splatoon 2. And that's saying a lot, because I really don't like first-person shooters or first-person perspective games. If I give it high praise, it's for a reason. The story is awesome, and just the overall gameplay is really satisfying, and I think a lot of people will love it. So I'm really happy it's coming to the Switch. And then they had something Animal Crossing, which was weird because I'm like, we're playing Animal Crossing, but they just announced a Bunny Day. It's sort of like an Easter thing, but a little friendly for people who are not religious. So it's called Bunny Day, which is adorable. But it's just an event that starts on April 1st and runs through April 12th. So yay. You just dig up a bunch of eggs, you get to meet the bunny, and it's just like a little cute event that you could participate in. And it's free, so yay. But be warned, if you're time traveling, it's not going to pop up, so you might want to come back to the present era before that happens so you don't miss it, for any of you Doctor Who's out there. And the next one is Catherine Full Body. Now that one's coming to the Switch July 7th. Now, I have Catherine for the PlayStation 4, and I need to warn you a little bit. That game is for, an acquired taste. It's one of Atlus's weirdest projects. It's kind of weird to explain, but basically it's a puzzle solver, ex-romance kind of thing going on. Now, like I said, the game is really weird. So I'm just, warning you beforehand. Hopefully they give us a demo before, because I know a lot of people might not vibe with it as much. But personally, I really loved it because I like Atlus games and I like the premise of Catherine. So yeah, but I would do a little bit more research before jumping into this one. Just gonna say that. And then we got a little update for Ring Fit, which I need to actually play it. And then the most hyped announcement besides a Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, that is Bravely Default 2. Oh my gosh, you guys don't know how much I love the Bravely Default series. I actually just finished my second playthrough of the first game not too long ago, and oh man, I am so excited. Like, holy moly. You have no idea. As a person who was waiting since Octopath Traveler was revealed, I am so happy that we're getting this now. It looks awesome. It's just so nice, and we get it on the Switch. But not only that, they released a free demo to play, and it dropped right this day, so I'm going to be streaming it like right after this video. And oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, oh my god, these two games, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and Bravely Default 2, are like my most hyped games, and I'm so excited. Now, sadly, they didn't mention Metroid or Bayonetta 3 or the thing I was most disappointed in. They didn't mention anything about Breath of the Wild 2. So that kind of sucked real bad, but I feel like for a mini direct, it was pretty solid and actually really good. I got 2 hyped games coming down the woodwork soon, and one actually has a demo, so I'm happy on that. Though Breath of the Wild 2, I really wanted to see more, but I guess we have to wait until an actual Nintendo Direct to get that info and for all, you know, the craziness outside to die down a little. Now to end this, I didn't want to end this on a negative note, but I feel like it should be said, and that is the whole thing with ARMS. So it was revealed that the next Smash Bros character was going to be an ARMS character, which honestly I don't mind. I feel like the game ARMS needs to be like worked on, because it's kind of trash at the moment, and I said that on Twitter. It's nothing against the game, it's just mostly because Nintendo hasn't really kept up with it, and moving a character to an even more successful fighting game is not going to revive it. If anything, it's just going to get people's attention, and then again it's going to go back to obscurity. So I feel like Nintendo really needs to pay attention to it, actually add things to the game, add competitions, different scenarios, DLC, something to get the fan base going, because it really needs a solid fan base. Because now I'm seeing actual ARMS people say finally we got something, and that's pretty sad because you see Splatoon 2 and Smash Bros all get that treatment of getting content non-stop. Though Splatoon 2, they kind of stopped the Splatfest, which I don't like, but at least they kept that going for a good while, and they changed the maps, and they, you know, changed the equipment. And Smash always gets updated constantly with new kind of competitions or new scenarios, new characters, costumes and stuff like that. And I feel like ARMS should get the same treatment if it wants to be successful. Now, I personally don't like ARMS. I don't like the gameplay or anything like that, or I'm not really interested in the characters. But as a new IP and a fighting game, Nintendo really needs to focus more on that, because the fan base will like disappear if it doesn't have any content uploading to it. So I'm not saying this because I hate, you know, the game ARMS. On the contrary, I'm trying to give my opinion on why ARMS is not doing so well, or why people just like, oh yeah, I remember ARMS, because they haven't really kept up on it. And I feel like Nintendo really needs to do something about it if they want to keep the game going and the franchise going, whether it be DLC, whether it be a sequel, something to keep the fan base interested in the actual game. Because if it's just a repetition of doing stuff over and over and over, it's gonna get like serious fatigue. And I see that in Mario Kart 8, which is another game that they should keep up on, but they don't. So you see a lot of people say, I'm tired of these courses, I'm tired of racing in the same courses. But with Mario Kart, it had the clout of being Mario Kart, so it wasn't as bad. But ARMS, being a new IP, didn't really have that clout, and a lot of people came off of ARMS because there was nothing to do. So I hope that they fix that and not just put one of their characters in Smash Bros, because that's not going to fix the actual game. If anything, it could be a benefit for both. One, you get new audience, and two, you get to maintain a better fan base because you keep going with the competitions and DLC and add-ons and stuff like that, that it doesn't really feel like you abandon the series altogether. So that's all I'm saying with the ARMS stuff. Again, I don't like ARMS as a game, but I still want to succeed because it is a new IP and we should always be pushing new IPs and new things. So I hope Nintendo does something about that. Alright, so that's the end of my video. If you liked it, please give me a like, and if you like my content and would love to see more, please hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. You can follow me on Twitter at MandyleePlays. Hope you guys have a beautiful day and play a good game. Bye!